Buenas, ¿cómo les va? Antes de arrancar esto, vamos a ir a los ajustes. Texto. Volumen de la música, chao. ¿Por qué? Porque me están recontra cagando con las canciones, básicamente. Si quiero platita, no puedo usar música. Así que esto va sin música. Vamos a tener que hablar. Ya me olvidé qué estaba haciendo. Son las 7 de la mañana. Directo. Esto no se puede usar. Mira vos.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
¿Por qué tenemos que hablar con ellos? ¿A qué te refieres con los dependencieros? ¿Son esos los que nos sonó allegarte?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
¿Por qué tenemos que hablar? ¿A qué te refieres con...?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Ok.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay? One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Y un momentito. Pasa como una exhalación con tus propias reglas. Pero no sientas curiosidad por lo que tengas que decir sobre el asesinato.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
¿Qué hace la vieja está acá?
Just a moment, officer. And there's no public phones nearby?
Está nerviosa, no puede tirar del deshilachado a bordo.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Parece lamentarlo de veras.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
Así que, buenos días.
Now then,
Si no aprendí, dígame cómo podría compensar. Parece bravo.
please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead, too. The manager was vague about it.
¿Por qué va a ser escueto? Habrá que investigarlo en su debido momento. Habrá que preguntarle a Gara.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, may I ask what you needed to use the phone for, madame?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Un pequeño misterio sobre una persona desaparecida es justo lo que necesita para extraerte de la resaca. Verificaré. Ha desaparecido Momentos. Esto pinta a secundario de ocupar mi asunto principal. Volveré con esto más adelante.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Pero tiene cosas más importantes de lo que parte. Mira de una ventana hacia la bahía. No sé, las expediciones suelen llevar a cosas interesantes. ¿Cuál es el objetivo de dicha expedición? Entonces su marido es una especie de científico. Cuanto más apariencia, carácter, su relación. No sé si se ha dado cuenta, pero he perdido toda memoria del mundo y mismo no tengo ni idea de lo que estoy haciendo. Bueno,
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
la esclusa estaba rota. ¿Podía hacer eso? cruce que conecta en el otro lado de la costa está rota, probablemente esté ya atrapado.
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. Oh my, what happened to the water lock?
Física cosa, se ha atascado con un anuncio de mantequilla que cayó al agua. No creo que sea más un problema técnico.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Está teniendo por si mi marido. Continuar. Porque investigación científica segunda es exactamente lo que necesitaba, dar un poco de brillativo de cierto asesinato tan convencional.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Que cuando llegue o si consigo llegar así. Ya he invertido demasiado tiempo. Bueno.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinion.
Está acostumbrada a encajar tareas, afrenta con buen tarande, pero aún así le falta.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting.
La calidad de la investigación de las universidades rebolliana ha ido en una declive, pero duda de la existencia de una época en que la criptozoología fuera aceptada en el tema. Apariencia, carácter,
Oh dear,
relación.
I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Puedes seguir por tocándole la mano a los hombres adultos. Si quieres encontrar a tu marido necesitar información más concreta, pero bueno, ¿por qué no tratar de describir uno como si fuera uno de esos criptidas?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
El teniente saca su cuaderno y comienza a anotar la descripción.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene. We hit it off, and, well...
Se está dejando cosas importantes, a ver, descubre más adelante.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with intimate life.
El teniente te mira de soslayo, no sé por qué eso.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Fasmatodea es un grupo diverso de insectos cuyos cuerpos se asemejan a ramitas de hojas, ese tipo de cosas, coloquialmente insectos fantasma.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the fact.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly. And
Entusiasmo ha borrado la preocupación de su rostro, sus ojos brillan tras las gafas.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it's stayed hidden all these years, centuries even. Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
De que te cuente algo sobre unos cuantos críptidos. No tiene sentido manipular la tabla de su trabajo mucho.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told,
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Más grande, más pequeño, más peligroso.
the gnome of Jeroma. Oh, it is. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnomes... It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the... It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps.
Siempre, por desgracia, ya no estaba conveniente todo, ¿no?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid. Ah, fuck it. Let's have more.
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren waste. A mirage or a psychogenous lumen. No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing. The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore.
Hui. No animal can be that large. It's a miracle.
That's what makes it so peculiar. a species surviving at the very limits of science. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is.
Te parecía como un susurro tenue y apagado.
Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite low, although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is, such...
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle. That plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 1920s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, when playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination, the scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strict... They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the parakeet. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't sequester, time, just can, those are but some... It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm, they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match. Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right... After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in A.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what? Cryobacter catlensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologists. The bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hope, yes. The bacteria had survived in the ice since times...
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly... We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now. Of course, dear.
Uf, sí, ya fue. Ok. Acá también son tan finas que puede ver atrás de ella. Parece importante.
Yes, a sci-fi. Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Si no trabajaron, pues no trabajan. No fui a trabajar, no estar ya se trabaja.
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with?
Yo en concentrarte en un puesto de libre. Como tal cosa como por ejemplo la gente que suele desaparecer desaparece. Porque tapa los libros con las yemas ásperas y amarillentas como si hubiera pasado mucho tiempo fumando en el trabajo.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No.
Eso no es una piedra. Yo puedo ayudarte con todo.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost...
Entonces tiene que ser otra cosa. ¿Por qué le preguntaría si no?
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
Están en casa fumando probarle las miles del brillo.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friend. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well. There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Rincha pelota. ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? ¿Por qué no deja de darle vueltas una con una sana?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Great. Wonderful.
Voy a entrar acá. Porque no había entrado el otro día. Caramelo fundido. Viejas revistas deportivas. Exterior copia las recetas nacionales de ahora son todas truchas del lago. Esa cortina. Colorido. Toma magia fascista. exclusivamente el romance, fue también en una amplia gama de literatura paranormal.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Entre esos libros se encuentra uno escrito por alguien llamado Matías W. Dunda, se llama Totalidad, Unidad y Equilibrio. Estos tres conceptos son importantes para mentes de clase obrera. El objetivo del libro, como tantos otros títulos de estantería, es dar a conocer a la gente consejos medicinales en situaciones en las que no pueden acceder a servicios de salud privado. Es una sarta de perulla que trata de poner en evidencia la medicina tradicional, medicina que según el libro es inaccesible, cara a Por otro lado, totalidad, unidad y equilibrio puede con todo, aunque es importante tener en cuenta que cuando tu bienestar depende de tu salud mental, ten por seguro que la causa de tu malestar es tu psique. Pero no quiero hacer esto con todas las estanterías. Varios mapas sobre un tablón de anuncios escondidos en un rincón sujeto. El tablón se ha soltado en la esquina. El archipiélago ves una constelación de pequeños puntos sobre el vacío. Usted se encuentra aquí, te ves más lejos al sudeste y ¿qué más? Ciudades, sí, en los bordes del mapa, el color se van ese. ¿Qué? Visión especial, desintegrándose en matemática. Al noreste, una mota de polvo en la costa norte de ella es una librería, eres tú. Se ve una sola estrella negra, bla bla bla. Todo nombre. Visiendo en esos diminutos puntos un mundo oceánico de cultura y comercio. Mira los bordes. En el cielo se separa una maraña de cosenos y azimuts que apuntan hacia la pálida nada. Mundi es el azimut del norte, Grad es el noreste, Samara es el este. Conexión a otro mundo más allá de lo Insulandia, desconocido para ti, lo único que sabes es que nunca has estado allí. No tienes muy claro lo que son, estrellas distantes, dioses, pero mirarlo casi te hace sentir como si no existiera. Sean lo que sean, las isolas son inconmensurablemente grandes en comparación y están muy lejos. Quizás sean dioses y dioses, bueno, Rabacho. Dice una zona de visión. Bueno, orina de la entrega. Che, perdón si no leo todo esto porque la verdad que... Periodista norte de allá. Hay que leer una banda, no, es un lugar que estar. Es todo lo que tiene, pero es mejor que nada. Calles y luces de vapor, de sodio, el cielo, el mundo. Uff. Es un mapa más bien souvenir turístico, ¿no? Que es superior derecho, 48.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarce... They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated... They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
50 centavos.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Biografía de famosos, hay una cantidad de nombres, pero ninguno te suena de nada. Todos esos nombres así que la cabeza te da vuelta, ninguno me parece importante o relevante. Historia real de Jacob, sí, amor, por Dios.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, a very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the Innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
¿Aquel detective es comunista o porque se parece tanto? Ay Dios, está complicado el tema de comunismo, capitalismo acá en el jueguito este, che. Ay, no se para de leer, boludo, en este juego.
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
Había una estatua en una habitación que era sobre también así comunista, no sé qué, y era re obvio que era una estatua de Marx, pero nada, le pusieron otro nombre acá, no me acuerdo cuál. Te sientes impulsado a comprarlo, sin duda, por alguna razón es importante en su interior, hay algo personal. Re Illuminati, boludo, esto. Está re caro esto.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
Algún día lo leeré. De que habla con la vieja esta.
Welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
¿Qué mierda es eso? Holgazaneando. Dígame, ¿estaba donde corresponde? Yeah,
Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Annette es una buena soldado, le va a hablar que van a mantener el libre mercado. Qué hincha de pelota que son buenos comunistas, boludo.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
Tenso y rígido acá, pues se ajusta.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go! Get back there. The books await you. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they? Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity.
¿De qué demonios? No, ahora no voy a leer eso. Ah, tengo un mapa. Trazar un camino por el sistema de calle. Se mueve a través de varias calles hasta llegar finalmente al punto que te encuentras, aunque el mapa no indique lo mismo. Para el mapa, como he dicho, envía tu diario y luego en la pestaña mapa. Ok. Inventario. ¿Dónde estaría el mapa? Acá. Mapa. ¿Quién es Annette? Para. Yo estoy acá. Esto ya lo vi. Acá atrás. ¿Y dónde está el muerto? Acá está el barquito. Bien. Che. Bastante grande esto. Un montón de eternita. Ok. Aquí acá atrás. Una cortina andrajosa te impide pasar una sala contigua. De ella cuelga una extraña frulera con forma de jaula.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books?
Es casi como si intentara hechizarte al hablar. Hechizarte para que sientas necesidad de comprar libros. Curiosamente, cuanto más intenta mantenerte adjetivos más seductores. ¿Por qué se va para arriba y para abajo esto, boludo? Contempla una especie de talismán. Un poliedro regular ensamblado a partir de huesos, palos o contra bruja. Por lo pinto parece ser una clase de salvaguarda tradicional semenense destinada a proporcionar protección contra la mala suerte, la pesadilla. ¿Quiénes son los hombres? Son habitantes del Idle du Fantôme de las Islas Semeninas del Sur. Aparte de dar unos cuantos toquecitos cautos con el dedo, por ahora no hay nada más que esto pueda hacer con el pequeño talismán de cabeza de pez. La cortina permanece encerrada frente a ti. Justo cuando estás a punto de mover la cortina, la voz mortificada de la dueña te grita una vez
Sir,
más.
don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Aparte la mirada y murmura para sí. ¿Por qué todo el mundo tiene que estar siempre molestando con las dichosas cortinas? ¿Por qué no se dedican simplemente a comprar libros como la gente normal y corriente? ¿De qué tiene miedo? Señora, esto es distinto, soy agente de policía, tengo que entrar ahí, pero siento como si estuviera llamando a cruzar el umbral, me da igual, no puedo tenerme y abrirlas.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Las cortinas te parecen frágiles, incapaces de contener la esquiva oscuridad. Che, no sé si me voy mal acá atrás.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Ay, Dios.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything.
A ver qué tiene para decir, vieja.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance. I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't... Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be...
Lo recito como si estuviese interpretando un papel del que ya está cansada. Tan intensa que es un milagro que todavía no se haya partido de la mitad. Pero ¿por qué me sigue hablando de los libros? Está intentando hacer... Si no más que no sé por qué está tan tensa. Si no más que no me acerques en los salvaguardas se mereces ahí. Si no más que no me sé en qué más dará si he hecho un mitacito ni que estuviera maldito o algo, ¿no?
It's just for decoration.
Y luego se
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
algo a su colgante. Anfitrión de africana reza protegió a mí y a mi mente aventura. Me impresioné en la maldición que habita más allá de las cortinas.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Han atravesado ciertas dificultades económicas. Eso es todo, me esperé algo más.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Espíritu vacíos aprendió palabras nuevas.
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the ward's help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales. 15%!
Una manera tanto cuestionable para describir un grupo de gente. No parece que el chiste funciona. No hay más clientes que tuve. Una forma cliente. No hay ningún cliente de la tienda que cree que funciona. Si cuente apestativo podría estar
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid.
Se intenta ayudar que le pareciera instalar un par de neones y luces sin término. Podría ser más amigable con los clientes igual. es un lugar idóneo para una librería.
Discount my wares? I can see, sir, that you don't value books. Besides, this would only tempt the phantoms of doom. They can sense the desperation, you know. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
¿Sabes que lo que necesitamos para este caso? Un parainspector. Recta decisión, demonio de lengua bífida, mostrar lo que es una verdadera perfidia. Espera, y si no quiero, ya no es la primera vez que me enfrento a un suceso.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
He regresado del vacío, soy un parainspector descendiente de un largo linaje de para.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt.
Está bastante claro que te bebes hasta la más. El diente mantiene su inusual calpa pétrea, saca un cuaderno en silencio. Admito que me gusta empinar el codo, pero solo porque el reino espectral deja a uno sin fuerzas parapsicológicamente hablando. Sabe, es necesario levantar el espíritu para...
How do you know all this?
Sus salvaguardas me han traído aquí. La sangre semenense corre por mi venas. Soy el espectro del vacío. Tengo el poder de mantener una...
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Oh, certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
A decir edad ya no estoy en condiciones de energía, así que...
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Se bajó por su presencia, ya sé.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney? Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
Tengo un par de preguntas más sobre la maldición.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirit.
Tiene que ver. Abrí la cortina y descubrí una habitación pobremente iluminada, repleta de basura y muebles polvorientos. En la parte trasera distingues una puerta cubierta con docenas de pequeños aterradores talismanes. Se amanece y tu sombra se cierne sobre ella como un presagio. Todo lo posible para apartar la vista hacia otro lado. Siluetas fantasmagóricas de secadores de pelo. ¿Qué mierda es eso? Retrato de un Hombre ligeramente andrógino. El tipo de póster le da una era aquí, John Lemillion. Oh my god. Frente a ti se encuentra una pesada puerta sin picaporte cubierta con docenas y no cientos de pequeños digitales alemanes se menece. ¿Para qué? Tras ejercer algo de fuerza, logra girar la llave. Se produce un silencio inquietante. La fuerza se abre ligeramente por la que cuela el brillo. Déjame ver esto. No, Historia. Directo.
Detective, you're the one in charge.
A ver quién. Departamento.
What is this place?
Pues en gimnasio creo que este podría ser el club de boxeo arte para atletas jóvenes.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Las partículas de polvo brillan con un débil rayo de luz diurna que se abre paso a través de la ventana. Aparte de eso, la habitación está oscura. Una sensación. Y si hubiera una razón por la que no he venido nadie en años, sigamos avanzando, estoy convencido. No.
Sounds good.
Objetos. Herramientas. Creo que hay una acá y una acá. En la bola se está derramando. Esa bola se la lleva después. Me puede poner situs fortis, el resto es elegible. Cuero y sudor. Hay una barra de peso en el suelo, el color de las pesas está desgastado. Son 60 kilómetros. Le enseño al mundo la clase de bestia con la que está tratando. Levántala.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Será mejor. ¿Qué se va a estar requetería las horas se tendría que estar?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
pata, boludo. El mensaje de secado en máscara. Nada más que una llena de líquido extraño. Pero no cagarme en la espalda. Rotores de avionetas cubiertos de telarañas. Trozo de neumática y tiene un extraño color amarillento. Terciopelo azul. Esquí con el logo de Libre impreso en la capa superior laminada. Pala de rotor de acero con el logo del Libre. Parece que intentó reconceptualizar su negocio. No te sigo. Fíjate, los esquís y las palas de rotor llevan el mismo logotipo. Probablemente se dedicaron a fabricar uno de los dos productos, pero que no generan beneficio, por lo que decidieron centrarse en el otro. ¿Por cuál empezaron? Qué extraño de venir de imaginación y aún así volvieron a fracasar. Qué trágico. Bueno, esto por eso era. Filamento de memoria. ¿Qué es eso? Un amasijo de filamentos en forma de cubo parece flexible. El tacto, su intensidad textura cubierta de polvo en su lateral cuenta con una panda adhesiva que reza plan de producción. Nota. Este filamento contiene información legible aparte. Radio computadora. Ok. Taller de Emma. ¿Quién es Emma? Debe estar la ropa que solía exhibir. ¿Cómo anda, Josué? ¿Todo bien? Esos sonidos. Tu linterna alumbra una vieja pizarra verde cubierta de garabatos, bosquejos y esquemas como si de pintura rupestre de una antigua cueva se tratara. Con el tiempo parte de la escritura se ha desvanecido, pero todavía se distinguen algunas cosas aquí y allá y algunas fotos y botejos pegados en una pizarra. Uff. Esta gracia y criatura de oreja puntiaguda parecen ser diferentes tipos de Walking. Destacan los otoñales Walking Vela, que es su amigo. Siente vacía sideral. Deberías adoptar un Walking como tu alter ego. Hay uno de los Walking que destaca el resto. Por algún motivo me parece diferente. Acá entrenando una IA. Que ya está entrenando. Es para un alto Walking. Tiene el rostro pálido y lleno de cicatrices como el mármol agrietado. Sin duda es un supremacista Walking. La nota dice: se purgaron todas las razas que no sean Walking. Ah, bueno. Entero editado únicamente por Walking. Ah, tremendo nazi era.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welking creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Just look at those details. So much effort.
Muestran paisajes áridos. Ciertamente cadáveres de animales de oscuridad, restos de hueso. Distingue primitiva plataforma petrolífera dentro de los glaciares construida por ayuda bajo la nieve grande vetiaga. Puede ser oscuro y fía, su visión es particularmente acogedora, como el ponche de huevo, el amor fino, el soplo de aire fresco, muy necesario respecto a nuestro propio mundo. El escenario de la muerte térmica. Una inteligencia artificial que ve YouTube. ¿Cómo que ve YouTube? Tipo para tener visualizaciones, ¿sí vos? Un calendario mensual del año 50, palabras tan críticas como sprite, mini red diaria y GPI abarcan una cuadrícula que alguien ha dibujado a mano, el gran croquis de la producción y el dinero. Es como un calendario escolar, solo que mucho más cruel. La comisaria intentó emprender hace unos años, pero fracasó. Pasan los días, los números se deforman cada vez más. Al llegar a la suerte de matar se convierte en un páramo nevado solo.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Y examinar notas. La escritura es parcialmente legible, aún se distinguen tres lemas conectadas. La muerte. El texto completo dice: la muerte térmica del universo es la nueva invención de la rueda. Otra nota dice: el mayor avance de la mecánica de juegos de rol desde los años 30. ¿Y esto qué es? La clase de máquina no son de clave, un teclado encendido apagado, entonces el papel todavía cuelga de la impresora.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Estas cosas cuestan dinero porque sin más es una radiocomputadora equipada con... ¿Crees que debería encenderla? La máquina se pone en marcha como un animal prehistórico teclas, vir y centro de reproducción e imprimir la computadora del núcleo central de la máquina está abierta de par en par. Siempre hay algunos cables enredados y desconectados. Me narra todo lo que haces. Ya me podría decir que el streamer tiene cara de no saber nada. Y en este juego sí, no sé nada. ¿Qué dice? El filamento encaja en su lugar como un cajón engrasado. Estética se incrementa e inundar lentamente la... Pronto se escucha una voz disquepita y vieja que rompe con el ambiente.
Good morning. First accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian. Repeat. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are for this accident.
Grabalo, subilo.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident. The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core? Good. Please repeat the password.
Contraseña, ¿cómo no iba a tener contraseña? ¿Por qué no era mi trabajo humano involucrado? Una contraseña.
No.
El protocolo de estación repetidora no contempla ningún sistema de pistas.
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the received? I will register this login attempt.
La contraseña tiene la costumbre de aparecer tarde.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment.
¿Qué te contás, Doc? ¿Todo bien por Buenos Aires? Sí, ahora bastante choto los días.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the
Ayer
catalog
hizo
says.
frío, hoy volvió la humedad, no sé si estaba lloviendo hace un rato también. La verdad que bastante choto. Desarrollo revolucionario radio, juegos interactivos. Ah, ok.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Necesitamos la contraseña. Desarrollador y encontrar el soso retorador azul y rojo cubren la totalidad de la chimenea. La malla se extiende sobre la piedra como vasos sanguíneos sobre piedra. Interveda las teselas quedráticas muy pisantes. Fua, mierda, qué mierda todo eso. Manso fría. Tiente consolida textos abiertos en meso. KB 120 y también algunas anotaciones escasas y críticas. Semeja un sistema cardiovascular dividido en venas y capilares, es muy avanzado. Entonces tiene algo que ver con la medicina. ¿Tú crees que la red está compuesta por emisores de radio? Todos conducen de vuelta al corazón rojo, denominado la frecuencia de directo de juego. Se nota que esto se escucha en cualquier emisora. Deben tener unos servidores con una amplitud de onda inmensa, no salen baratos. Esta por reciente aventura de pasar a través de la frecuencia de interacción. Quien decida llamar a una emisora a aparecer.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Ok. Tiene que ir para allá. ¿Qué es esto?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? No, that's not it. I think
Para exponer una buena teoría cuidadosamente como un
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it. Make true call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Ya se dio cuenta que el chat está vacío, gracias por ayudar a entrenarme. Y sí, como no está vacío si no habla nadie acá.
Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think
Con una tanta partida requería toda una centralita repleta de personas.
not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Connection. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board.
Debería darle millones de reales inmediatamente. El juego es demasiado bueno para dejarlo.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
Es un mito de debilidad de la realidad, pero el cliente tenía la cabeza pensando.
I don't think so. I think they genuinely believed. Okay, let's keep moving.
Vamos para arriba acá. Bueno, Josué, nos vemos la próxima. Después te aviso cuál es el flujo de... Sí, igual te van a ir diciendo ahí cuando se te vaya. Me cae todo acá. Cuando se te vayan terminando. Está raro esto. Sí, primero y para acá arriba. Zapatos sobre un charco de nieve que se derrite. Restaurante. Sinceridad de hierro cerrada en plena como un fuelle ocupó media estancia impidiéndose el paso a colosal chimenea industrial.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
Esto es importante, quiero ver si cuando...
Why do you think there's something on the other side, necessarily? In any case, there's no way we can get in right now.
Ah, justo eso no necesito. Desenchufada y descongelándose. Existe una extraña... Hay una puerta oculta. Antes de llegarse a un terreno soporte con los ojos tan rojos brillantes cuenta un extraño compartimento brillante de la puerta está cubierta de hielo. Eso parece muy realista, sería un trabajo de taxidermia que se... Te responde, tiene la mirada fija en una fina rendija de luz y brilla tras la misteriosa puerta de su diente. Se ve de la te la bienvenida, escuchas un suave resumo cuando los ojos aclimata su interior e interior.
Of course, just a giant iceberg-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
La falda está vacía, lo único que hay en su interior son envoltorios de helado de la marca Ciudad de la Rabechol. Te guarda la nota y los pequeños imanes de la ciudad están en la puerta. Ok. Un simpático oso de dibujo animado te sonríe desde el brillante envoltorio de grafán, no parece nada al de la nevera. Te hubiera chocolate y vainilla.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Sé que intentamos arreglarlo con esta
I
nevera.
know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Habré sacado ya caretina.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Se oscure sus tinieblas perciben mucho que proceden de arriba una vez. El eco es tan prominente que te resulta imposible entender lo que dicen, distinguirlo.
What are you doing?
Estoy alucinando, puede que sea la entidad, si no el ahorcado, no estoy seguro quién, pero creo que...
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs. Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Esta está escrita con un bolígrafo azul y una nota de papel y línea en la oficina. Los imanes de cocina han dejado marcas en
Does it say anything interesting?
con mucha simulación, pero el instinto detectivesco del siguiente en marcha. Alguien ha barbateado ese. No puedo creer que la copia externa siga aquí. Este mocoso pelirrojo sigue robando cosas del estudio, así que tuve que esconderla en algún lugar seguro. Ok. Encontrarás el filamento de memoria que contiene la copia externa de la máquina de helado congelada. Por favor, llevar a casa lo antes posible. Es importante si viviera en un lugar civilizado con un congelador y allá mismo. Cuídate. ¿Quién escribió?
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes.
Es como el plan de producción que contrasté, solo que es una copia externa.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge.
Es una máquina de helado congelada que todavía funciona. La máquina naranja zumba como un viejo submarino. En la parte de arriba tiene una batidora que funciona como una manivela y sube otra escalera. Dos cables conectan el cuadro eléctrico. El rojo va para hasta la nevera de los aparatos, el negro a la máquina de helado cercana. Conecten con el cuadro eléctrico. Ahora vamos a entrar allá primero. Hay un par de rifles escondidos sobre la tubería, están oxidados y parecen inservibles. Habían escondido unas armas inservibles en el falso techo. Unos cuantos ladrillos caídos revelan completamente. Está demasiado oscuro como para ver el interior.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look? Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. And no! An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but it's yours, officer. You found this place. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
Pasando por la calle. El loco va para atar la nieve del oso polar. Sí, no, espera, vamos a esperar un toque. Ok. Sí. Yo... oh, tiene otra forma el oso.
Why did you do that? La palanca no es lo bastante fuerte. Yo no tenía unas... estos... Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no ID, officer. His ice cream maker isn't important enough to
Tarde o temprano te toparás con alguna de vos, entonces sabremos que no me para mi historia. Ok. Poner la negra entonces. Caso, ve. Cierto. Puede que no sea manera, pero otra vez. Pensé que su grito en la caldera es una gran actuación. Use su voz de pecho, no de cabeza. Voces a donde un poderoso grito resuena a la profundidad de la chimenea, el parte de las bocitas. Cesa de pronto entonces.
After you, officer.
Una bandeja llena de dados poliédricos de colores, hay cientos de ellos. Han reconvertido la máquina de caramelo en un surtido de dados, alberga centenares.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my million. So what kind of die are you looking?
Sus vistas dan directamente al patio. Debería interrogarlo sobre el linchamiento. Me confundí cuando yo no llamo Patriciana. ¿Por qué preguntas por...?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
se cuenta, por supuesto, en fin, puedo decir dos, no sé muy bien qué ocurrir, no busco otra cosa en 13 reloj.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
¿Qué te parece como si las piedras y los dados fueran una parte natural de la habitación, creciendo fuera de los estantes como estalagmitas? No hay falsedad, es una artesana de dados, no tiene nada que esconder, pregunta cuánto necesites.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular Joe. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Es una buena serie de objetos reales en artículos únicos y personalizados.
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Habiendo sido repintados, todavía muestran restos de llena aquí y allá.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have...
Creative.
Cuando llegó, todos los locales estaban ocupados. Seguro que saben mucho sobre los demás negocios.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless.
No tiene nada malo experimentar un poco. No se trata del corte de pelo, sino de la seguridad de uno mismo. ¿Qué hay de malo en experimentar un poco? Los clientes tendrían que haber... Dejar un andrógino, me voy a educar el pelo... Soy un hombre sencillo, no tengo una opinión formada acerca.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted... Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Jugar por los críos con los que me he topado hasta ahora, imagino que no salió muy bien.
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse.
No es así, nadie guardaría sus drogas de esa manera.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was... And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Pero es una pena.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Como si solo fuera otra pica más información que devolver.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the and, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Really? Anyway. They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a... Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Son de A3, ¿para qué iban a llevárselos? Eso te vio un oso, dice acá.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting.
Estaba cerca de oír un índice. Parte automático vio el nombre. Me pasó algo rarísimo cuando te llaman el timbre de la compañía. Respondí que tengo.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track...
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a...
Demasiado real para sonar a soy una actriz profesional. Sé lo que sea lo que ocurrió, mantén la calma. Lo menos que será admitir que no fue más que una broma inofensiva. Misterioso.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responded.
Si el whirling forma parte de un edificio, significa que también pertenece a la zona comercial maldita. Su oscuridad también acecha allí.
Sure, I'm listening. Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over...
Es como si la fantasía es un tema serio en la mente en la pizarra de la historia.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be the usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Por el tono diría que se está mofando, ¿no? Que se puede, tenía una pinta bastante impresión, en serio.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Bueno, es que al llegar al trabajo a tiempo es más difícil de lo que parece. El pintado que tiene razón de venirse esforzado, más tenían todo lo necesario para...
And so is producing something extraordinary. Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their... There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the... And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritti tiene la misma política. Yo conozco una chica así, es la del... Entonces, Fritti, déjame decirte que no es precisamente la hermana fiesta. No sé qué esperaban, 20 centavos la hora. Se ve pena, me sorprende hasta que se presentaron en el mataba. Qué día más pepinera, como si no puede uno elegir las personas que quiere tener sobre... No sé nada sobre...
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop, and they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream. Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
El mercado censuro grosso el uso lo mejor que pudo deseoso da un yoyo de la hostia cada vez que lo veía me cagaba de miedo como si fuera en cualquier momento.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megath. Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Sus ojos la siguen, o sea.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long... I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know? Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
En realidad la librería no va bien, casi no tiene cliente y tiene que explotar a su vieja para intentar. Se está tomando su tiempo antes de volver a atacar. No sé por qué la levió, no sé, hay que ver lo que era.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Llega hasta lleno, a uno tampoco le va, mientras la camarera dejó. El cliente nos paga las facturas, tiene razón.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a
Simplemente es tan habilidosa que ha sido capaz de ahuyentar la maldición. Es porque eres brillante y te concede tu fe. La maldición no te afecta. La maldición también te alcanzará. No que para medir no servir. Tiene que haber muchísima incontinencia en esta supuesta maldición.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real? Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane, but I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear...
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Hay luz, pero de noche en el patio sobre oscuridad.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers. but I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like. Anything else, officer? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Busco algo que me ayude en mi trabajo. Creo que necesito más.
What do you mean by cursed? All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die. Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else? I'm listening. Good.
Si no, que podría haber salido por allá arriba. Tengo que hablar con eso. Para llegar a Cada tendré que cerrar la cruz del agua. Está bloqueada mañana del miércoles. Pasada las 21. ¿Para qué le voy a dar? Para sacar esto.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven. It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading.
Sus movimientos son rápidos y precisos. Primero revisa el arma y luego apunta hacia el mar. Tengo que reconocer arma de fuego.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political... I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and... money is tight. She... is nobody. This is none of your concern.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your...
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually...
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Un anciano no debe alquilar sus servicios en verdad ganancia conseguir algunos tipos más expandidos. Se me lo recogí la basura para reciclar, es algo muy digno. Yo también lo vamos a tener.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it...
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now? Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp. This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissel the First.
Don't you mean Frissel the
You do not speak his name, Craven. Although he...
Algo que te has pasado por alto. Sabes que como postura Sé que eso de conectividad. Menos percepción. Lógica.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
Se por encima de cambiar radicalmente esta mujer es fría como el hielo.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the dock worker, so let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest.
No dice nada, pero su mirada.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of revision.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Se fuerte tiene principio, no como nosotros así. Me ha gustado, buen comienzo, yo un poco más allá, no intermedio, qué precio.
Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask your question.
Hitler se traga a un policía así, un socialista revolucionario. Portando armas siempre en carta. La ventana es un momento de luz.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking.
Los de Gina, no por su barrio, no son más que meros campesinos ir. Si no, no parlatero no es digno de allanar tus oídos, alza bien la cabeza y mira lejos de piensa. Tenemos que hablar sobre el ahorcado del patio.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
Wow. The RCM sent us
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave him real nice.
Yeah. Anyways.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not...
Primero cuenta la cabeza, conecta a estos hombres con las huellas de patio. Lo más seguro es que encaje. Te has alargado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Es una mujer. No hay ninguno que sea gorro. Desde la derecha bota hasta llevar el pato en rubio sobrepasa 30. Derecha, un ciclo más viejo de sala, ronda los 50 tantos años callado, de la mesa de enfrente, bota tatuaje pandillero, mezqueño, son 30. Pasó un año hermoso en Villardo, una vivienda llegada. El riego, botas de trabajo estándar, puntera de acero reforzada, yo conocemos 8 alfa. El símbolo de su chaleco dice Club de Remo, justo debajo en un parchecito pone T, Hardy, capitán. En la esquina del fondo, bota de trabajo está... Quisiera que eso es una púa, ¿dónde? El músico. Pero no era un crío, sino un adulto con cara de rata. Mira, yo lo sé, me imagino. Siento jodándose, un tipo enorme. Probablemente ya cuesta mi que de por sí yo veo 130 kilos. 120. En conclusión, estos 7 son los protagonistas de la escena del crimen, una huella. Pero hay una discrepancia. Yo seguí plantado unos 4 segundos sin abrir la boca. A creo que ya le pregunté dónde está el octavo jarro.
The fuck is with you, fella? So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead.
Contigo tiene que haber no confesado para hacer que llegues a todo. Sería demasiado.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Posturera, ¿no? Ay, qué bobo, me olvidé de hacer esto. Todos juntos, los 7 quieren dispersar la responsabilidad. Es una táctica antirresto. Lo hacen así como si nada. Cuando todo lo
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with...
Yeah!
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. At Cohoy and Seminine.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm R&E's goddamn special forces."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some R&E's paratrooper song.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her. "Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing.
Y nada que pueda hacer para eso, no ordeno al vecino.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
No tengo por qué. Una de ellas tuvo más que ver con las otras.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide, not for the officer making an arrest. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Aquí donde vendría bien los datos de los otros, tienen que trabajar con lo que sabes.
Titus, you don't have to clarify.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was...
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you
Primero incomodarse un poco y luego observa cómo encaja todo.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough.
Puede que Yankee mienta. Tito se muestra duro como un rosco igual que algunos otros, pero ¿quién podría? Te suda como un pollo, respira con dificultad. Considero bastante...
Fuck off, copper.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking...
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy.
Pronto que tarde se va a romper como una ramita seca.
Like what, copper? How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt...
Or send them to reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Siente con un río de esperanza, una prisión militar que tiene así.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever...
So he's hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your station.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. What are you talking about, madman? There's no eighth Hardy Boy this... Or what? You want to be the eighth...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Así que hay una octava jardinera chica quien podría ser Isabel la jardinera.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here.
Sin siquiera te da oportunidad de tirar de ese calés que debe ser una buena pista. Y parece que el teniente piensa lo mismo.
So let me get this straight. There is an eighth Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about...
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't...
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Again. Just get the dead guy.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Mira, saca eso. Dale lo que esté por la sopa. De mañana ya más atención, sonríe, pronuncia un montón de palabras conocidas y gestos de biólogo. Te mira luego rápidamente retira la mirada encogiéndose de hombre y murmurando algo así para sí mismo. Si encogerte de hombre no es un gesto intencional para nada. No me dice un par de frases de necesario rango de esperar. Que ahora estoy bastante seguro de que te he hecho una pregunta. No habla tu idioma, puedo responderle algo que mole. Solo una palabra suena extraña, luego espera tu respuesta.
Boss need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever.
Empezar el caño y después pido un poco para ti. Girar los dedos en el sentido de los agujeros, darle caña de vodka, no, girar los dedos. Voy a darte media botella de vodka, ¿no? Sonríe así independiente por el tienda con su dedo mientras el importa de una taza pequeña, luego fue lo que agarré. Tiene que bajar ese cuerpo una vez por todas. Lógica, percepción, visión, facilidad, creatividad, lógica. Escuche delante de su nariz, saturó velocidad base, banda nueva. El repulsivo se introduce por tu boca más inmediato y familiar. Se tiene la mente, revoluciona por dentro. Hasta un charco de vómito yace bajo tus pies y te pica vibración estomacal. El charco despide un olor comodoro rojo, contiene licor destilado y trozos de kebab. Dios, lo siento. Puto fiambre.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Is this about... Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine, I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less. St. Baptiste, you know, St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. Okay, don't, like, overdo it or something. Okay, here. I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
¿Cómo era que se tomaba, boludo? Que se tomaba, boludo. Y diario mapa, directo, resaltar objetos. Che. Ideario, selección rápida. Pero cómo lo uso, boludo. Mierda.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Pero me acabo.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easy. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
7, me sé que... ¿qué es?
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Llegan sobre la librea policial blancas horas. Sería un verdadero de algo relacionado con asesinación, pero premiante. Puedes tomar de momento de munición.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look? $130. Yeah, you know it? Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things. Yes, an extraordinary machine. Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. You want to help? Thank you for the offer. That might be...
camino. Las investigadoras en el crimen Balcabaras ha buscado testigos, ha pedido ayuda al jefe de sindicato. Quizás pueda recibir contra los crímenes tanto. Sí, eso ya está. Morel. ¿Pero no será ese? Acá este tipo. No puedo, ¿no? Bueno, la vamos a cortar por hoy acá. Porque me estoy cagando. Y me está costando pensar. Así que bueno, nos vemos la próxima. Espero les guste, suscríbanse, pongan like, síganme en Twitch Kick y nos vemos la próxima, gente. Y nos